I'm Jake Paige.
I'm Scott Paige.
I'm Zach Paige.
Our company is Paige Sawmill and Forest Products Incorporated. The first experience we had with James River equipment was with Mark Raymer. We leased a small mini trackhoe or excavator. In 21 is when we started some purchases. Jake was injured in the woods with a limb fell and hit him and put him in the chair. And at that point, we looked at all different options and we decided to stay in the business and mechanize our operation. And that began a series of events that's been quite the journey. And James River has been right by our side the entire time. This operation here started out as a salvage timber job. All of the timber was damaged and blown down and broken up from Hurricane Helene in September of 24. And through a contact of a forester that we knew, we came out and looked at the job and the damage and chose to try to help them get all the timber that we could out. That started in about the end of October of 24.
If you look across through here, you see that the trees are kindly scattered out. As of now, you can't really see a whole lot of damage after we have been through these areas, but beforehand, it was a very vast, thick, healthy, mature tract of timber, pretty much on all sides of the hills around these houses. I mean, it was timber which loggers look out to try to cut. You know, it was very healthy, very good timber. And as you can see, as Hurricane Helene came through, it took probably 70 to 80% of standing trees and just uprooted them or broke them up and just pretty much destroyed the whole area. You know, it's pretty amazing how you take such a small area and how much devastation can come. And this is just a small portion of the county and the areas that got affected by Hurricane Helene.
So we started by helping doing salvage timber jobs, that's blowed down timber. Worked our way into helping clean up waterway debris, everything that's gotten in the floodplains and rivers.
There was just so much debris, both construction debris and vegetative debris, and they saw the equipment that we had. The guys that we made friends with told the leaders of that operation what we had, and they said, tell them to come and see us. So we met up with them, and it was just the type of equipment that we needed and that they wanted to get in the river. So we went to working hard to try to get equipment ready. We had to change over to biodegradable oils, hydraulic oils in all the equipment, buy a bunch of safety equipment pertaining to the water, oil cleanup things, all Army Corps requirements. But we were able to mobilize in a matter of about 2 to 3 weeks, and James River was instrumental in helping us with that process.
What really helped us in all this is we were set up with grapple saws and grapple skidders. Like with this cutter here, I was able to get in rough terrain, go up and down steep hills, finish uprooting trees, being able to cut them off and shovel them down to where we didn't have to build so many roads.
We had the need for a forwarder, and we had to have it quick. The project was starting and they were wanting to get it done quick, and we needed a forwarder to be able to get all this debris out. James River was able to get us a forwarder in about 8 days, and that's very much unheard of. They located one. It allowed us to get in this work and continue with our business.
It worked really good and a lot safer than trying to get in there with just chainsaws and pulling cables and a bunch of people on the ground, because this timber was very dangerous. They were just all wadded up, pressure points everywhere in the trees.
There's always something going on. You're always looking ahead at trying to improve processes, and Mark's been a very good resource for us, just finding out what's available and the logistics to put that together, both cost-wise, time-wise, and availability times. That information is critical to not interrupting operations. He's been a tremendous help. This area here will be our next project. We're waiting on them to complete some paperwork. This land is owned, we're right on the border, but from here down is all a piece of state land that consists of several entities, including the North Carolina Veterans Home, the Black Mountain Children's Camp and Home, and there's a Department of Corrections facility down there as well. Basically what's happened, if you look up this way, the ground starts getting a lot steeper, and it looks like there was a landslide in this small branch, which most likely stopped the creek up. And it appears to me that it made a lake and then built up enough that it broke the debris loose. And then if you look down through here, you'll see the devastation that it just pushed the stuff to both sides and just destroyed everything in its path. The whole camp was demolished and all the way down the creek. Luckily, it avoided the Veterans Home, but it really got the camp completely. There's a lot of debris that's got to come out of here. Basically, we'll come in with the grapple saws, we'll piece it up in pieces that will go in the truck. We put it on the forwarder, take it down to an area that we can get the big trucks to, then they load it and haul it to the dump sites. We should be able to get it in 2 weeks to 3 weeks, but that's a lot of hard work. Weather dependent.